more so we are seeing with the birth of social media and digital media, and especially the work that we do, for instance, experimenting with emerging technologies, virtual reality, augmented reality, as well as artificial intelligence, is that young people and audiences all across the board are looking for more experiential journalism. They want to feel part of the story. And so we've come from almost being impartial, right? The journalist being someone that just told a story, let the voiceover or the subject speak, to going to another side where the reporter is part of the story. You're going with them as they figure out A to B to Z. And then now we're having where the subjects themselves are inviting you into their lives, right? They're showing you their everyday. So with everybody having a mobile phone, everybody's sort of like a mini studio, a mini journalist, and therefore we've kind of birthed this new thing where news has become experiential, it's become personal, and with the birth of vertical news storytelling, that is holding your phone in a vertical format, those kind of things are just changing the way we should be looking at where we do news nowadays. And so we should just adapt, because the story does not change. The story will always win the story. There will always be the fundamentals of storytelling that we must have. We will have the emotions, we will have to have the facts, we will have to have insights, right? That does not change regardless of the format. And so essentially it's up to media houses and storytellers to essentially adapt to the format that goes with the audience. The audience is the key. Well, the generally was, we've been in operation for 6 years now. I'm working for my company for 3 years full time, and I think one of the things that we are very proud of is being able to adapt to the Generation Z and how they work as well. I think adapting your business model to also fit the team that you're working with, but also fit the clientele that you're working with, is very important. And so we have to look at it in a very different way. We have a very different and adaptive business model. The way we work is primarily with this generation that doesn't want to work for you for 5 years. Like if you get someone for 2 years, you're really lucky. And so we have to kind of like align our needs, or align our needs to each other. I need this from you and you need this from me, and set those expectations very clearly from the beginning. And that's something in which I think has allowed us to survive and to even thrive, I would say, because we are very clear about our expectations for our team, and they're very clear about the expectations of our expectations of them that way. And even when we come to our audiences or our clientele and the like, I think as we are going along and gathering information, we're providing insights into a world or into a format in which many have not done before. And so constantly, in Kiswahili we say, unajitoa mhanga. You just, you kind of like sacrifice yourself to be the first one to go into that jungle and sort of slash the way and to find the way as you're trying to path away through this thick, mystic jungle. Someone has to do it, right? And so for us, it's just been taking in that journey step at a time, adapting a lot, reiterating, and I would even say failing forward as it may. It's gotten us here, and we expect that we should continue to grow and thrive.
And lastly, for Seven, how has the event been for you? How are you finding it?
I've said this, like I'm very glad that I've been able to attend both of the East Africa Storytelling Festivals, this being the second edition, and I'm so happy that it's in a physical format as well, because it allows us all to share and to kind of like provide insights into what each of us are facing, especially in the region. I'm very happy it's being organized by East Africans themselves as well, and so this is something that really is insightful and really great for me. I've been inspired and also kind of challenged by the common challenges that we are facing. Constantly when we are going into these festivals, more and more we're hearing how the journalism or storytelling is a dying art. I'm a journalist myself, and you keep being told it's a dying art. I wonder if we'll be left with zombies at the end of the day, zombies of journalism. And but at the same time, I still hear the glimmers of hope as much as they are, you said, like, as much as we are trying to figure out all of these new aspects, and the thing is to keep pushing forward. I'm very inspired by that people are still, despite knowing data costs are very high, or issues to do with getting the right staff or recruitment or training, people are still keeping at the craft. And I think that's all we have to keep doing, just keep pushing at the craft and moving forward.